Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Shadow and Sun Show, and welcome back to another omnibus review. This is the big one, the one you guys have probably all been waiting for. God knows I have. And speaking of which, God, I didn't realize how much I enjoyed this particular magazine when it came out, when I was a youngster, and now even more so with, all the things I've learned over the years. And believe it or not, a lot of the things I learned from reading this bad boy. The Savage Sword of Conan also includes the first 3 or 5 issues of Savage Tales, minus the ads and some of the other stories that had nothing to do with Conan, like Khazar and things like that I wish were in here, but I'll pick up Khazar later because he's one of my faves as well. But man, oh man, is this one an absolute tour de force when it comes to Conan. If you're a fan like I am, this one includes the first five Savage Tales and 5, 10, 11, 12, 13 issues of the Savage Sword of Conan, including 1 or 2 of the annuals that I just showed off a while ago. They're in here. Now I don't have to worry about messing them up if I want to read them. They're in here. So glad I got this, and I got this for an absolute steal. The MSRP is $150, but I have yet to see one on eBay for quite that much. You might have to pay that with shipping, but I got this one for $40 plus like $7 shipping. Definitely one of the greatest steals I've had on eBay in a good long time. Now I'm going to take off the slipcover, which I highly recommend you guys do as well when you're reading this, because it will just cause you nothing but grief and worry as you have to slide and adjust it when you're reading it. It's nice, but the actual cover is pretty stellar as well. Brought to you by, I believe, Titan Comics. I've never heard of them, but wow, what an amazing compilation. Now, for those of you who don't know, I'm going to go over some of the more famous contributors from the pages here. Writers almost exclusively Roy Thomas, with some help by such greats as some actual stuff by Robert E. Howard himself, Lynn Carter, Bruce Jones, Glenn Lord, etc. John Jakes, another favorite of mine. I didn't know that he'd ever done this. He did the Brack the Barbarian stories that I'm a huge fan of. A lot of Barry Windsor Smith art, but to be honest, John Buscema just knocked it out of the park. Not quite Bernie Wrightson levels, but so very close. Cover art from obviously Vallejo, Don Newton, Sonny Trinidad, Bruce Jones, Stephen Fabian, Charles McGill, John Byrne, another great one, and a couple of new artists that went up in my estimation. Gil Kane was a good one. There's a few guys in here from the Philippines, and to be honest, I wasn't a real big fan. Not because they're from the Philippines, but I just noticed that their art was consistently at the lower tier when I was looking at the art. Obviously, just right off the bat, some of my favorite stories. But there's also a lot of, like right in the beginning, Roy Thomas did a huge 6-page double column introduction that went through each and every issue, behind the scenes sort of trials and tribulations, which I found very interesting. And don't just gloss over it. It will definitely give you a huge appreciation for what went into this and how it almost died on the vine. A lot of the stories that they cut from here were things like Fury of the Femzons, Man Thing, Black Brother, Khazar, and a whole bunch of other stories that kind of wish they were in here, but can't do much about that in retrospect. One of my favorite stories, Black Colossus, Oh my God, so good, so good. Just everything you could possibly want out of great old-fashioned black and white art, all in here. I'm still not actually even done reading it, but I couldn't wait to tell you about this, especially, excuse me, Holy Diver. Dude, if this isn't on your shelf by the end of the year, reach out to me. I'll see what I can do, man. But this, I know how much you dig Conan, and you're one of the reasons why I kind of rushed this video and didn't wait till the end, because, dude, this is like the holy grail of Conan books. I've got a lot of Conan books on my shelf over there, but this one by far blows all of them away. And there are a lot of other articles, I'm going to call them, throughout this book that just put it all together and give us so much behind the scenes insight into Robert E. Howard himself, as well as all of the pencilers and inkers and artists along the way. This one artist here, let me see if I can find out who it was. I just didn't like his art at all. I don't even think they tell us who it is, which is really weird, because that's normally something they do. Yeah, I'm not finding it, but you'll know it when you see it. It's. I'll just show you a couple of pages. It wasn't that great. The faces and the figures and the monsters and the scenery. If they colorized this, it would have just not had the same impact for me, and I'm assuming most other people. When you see it in its entirety in black and white, save for the covers, all of the covers are still in their original color format, as well as a few little things here and there. There's also a really nice Hyborian Age historical story in here that it's basically what Robert E. Howard wrote, but then given art to go along with it. Just, I'm trying to find this one image that will forever be Conan when it comes to his face. There have been a lot of people who've played him over the years and a lot of people who've drawn him, but he always, in my mind, had a very distinct... That'll work. Let's see if I can get this where you guys can see it. But right there in the middle, that's Conan. Okay. Sans blue eyes, because it's in black and white, obviously. But my goodness, some of the facial drawings in here that are not only amazingly lifelike but consistent. A lot of times, you know, save for Reed Richards and Nick Fury, if you guys know, you know, you can see how they don't always look the same, and that's not the case with these guys, or at least the better artists in here. But that's what I've got for you guys. I know it's Friday morning. Go out there, have yourself a great weekend, enjoy the heck out of it, get some gaming in, and if you can't get some gaming in, get some Conan. Get some Conan. Oh my God! For you gamers out there, for you movie buffs, etc., this just brings it all home. And bring it into your home. Share it with your kids, your family. Just make them sign a waiver because it is for mature audiences. But until then, folks, have a great weekend. Love you. Happy trails.